Okay, welcome to dermatology. 19 miles, 33 minutes, 250 watt hours per mile. Um, let's see. So I had a couple interruptions or break on FSD offs. I forgot what the first one is. It had something to do with traffic. No, I don't mean it that way. I mean, FSD was going to do something and he forgot. Actually, I think he was going to shift to the inside lane and backed off. No, so there's only one. All right, so we're coming up on a dump truck. FSD turns on his left turn signal. Oh, at first, he's going like, oh, well, I like the way that dump truck looks, so I'm going to follow him. What? Really? I mean, he does that sometimes. A lot, actually. And as the dump truck slowly moves away, and the traffic clears away from next to us, FSD turns on his turn signal. He's going to go left, go around this slow-moving truck. Okay, cool, awesome. And then he looks around and says, oh, wait, there's a white Model X behind me. I don't dare go in front of a Model X. They're royalty. Or whatever it is he says, who knows. Right? Same difference. Like, and the Model X has the turn signal on, but they're waiting for me to move because they're not sure what I'm going to do. And why do I not know what I'm going to do? Because it's FSD driving. Okay. Sometimes you need California road ragers to say, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do it. Okay? Instead, you kind of chickened out, brake on FSD off. I moved the car. Okay, fine. Actually, that's what it was someplace else. I also moved the car. Okay. When we're coming from one lane into two lanes and leaving the construction area, right turn signal, move the car, surprisingly enough. Somewhere else there was we started the signal to go left, and there was a car coming up, and FSD's, oh, there's a car there, I can't go. Well, there's enough room. Okay, so he's being safe. Okay, fine. So I normally wouldn't have, normally. With all the stuff going on with FSD and Robotaxi, it seems like I say so much, it gets tedious. All right, so here's what's cool is coming into dermatology. Now, the front door is around this building over here, but he came in, FSD came in the drive, spotted a parking space, and went straight for it and parked. Wow. Now, I have a longer walk, but he parked automatically. He just found a close spot, parked in it, done. So that's kind of awesome, isn't it? I think it is. All right, onward, upward charge. Okay, that's not a great job of parking, but it is self-parking. Okay, welcome to Walmart. 3 miles, 8 minutes, 266 watt hours per mile. I was kind of curious. I guess the shorter way would be to come out on 1431, but I wanted them to go down New Hope. I guess the first time I was probably too slow hitting the light blue line. The second time I got it, but he still wait, and then he recalculated, and part of it was the business that's next to the dermatology that I used their exit. It didn't show on the map, so it probably threw him completely off, and he went, oh, I'm not going to do this anymore. Okay, so FSD off. That's okay. I'll drive until you get the idea. Finally got out New Hope, try it again, and finally it took. Coming out to Ronald W. Reagan. I'm sorry, it always throws me off to say the W. Coming out in Ronald Reagan, at first, he's going, there's cars coming, I'll stop. And then you can see a car off that's not too far away, but it's off in the little distance. And FSD starts rolling, brake on FSD off, no, because there's 2 other cars coming with him. Now let's wait for them to all go by, make sure it's clear. Then turn right, FSD back on. It came up the drive. For some reason, the pin for Walmart has changed from the east side door to being the middle of the building. Okay, that's curious. Am I lying to you? Well, he's taking the pin away right now. So anyway, he's going slow because of the people walking, but I'm not really sure what he's going to do, because I mean, there's a line, we're following the line, and finally it looks like he kind of pulls over to the right, like as if he's going to park there in front of the building. And I'm kind of wondering if I allowed him to continue what he would have done, but there was a car behind me, so I kind of need to do something, right? I mean, get out of the way. So anyway, brake on FSD off, just pull down the next aisle and park. It's just curious, right? I got an auto park at dermatology. I find the pin for Walmart has moved, which is very curious. I am getting, at least some of the time, when I get home, the car parks in the driveway, which is great. But I mean, it doesn't do it consistently. Not that I'm complaining about it doing it, but and you know, being inconsistent, it's just, there's so many changes going on. Obviously there's changes going on with the system, although I know I'm getting the blue dots indicating that should change, and I don't have a version number change, so all I can do is say it behaves differently with no clue why. Okay, there you go. It's just so curious, right? It keeps modifying. Is it? No, it's not ready to do robotaxi. Then again, the rumor is that whatever 12.4. whatever, it's so bad. I can't imagine how bad it must be. Maybe it's not great, but it can't be bad, can it? Whatever. So anyway, there's a guy in Florida, he said something about, well, they must be testing 12.4.5, and Elon came back and said, no, they're testing 12.5. You go, okay. So we're going to bypass 12.4 altogether? Who knows? Peace and harmony. All you can do is wait for things to actually happen, and then you say, this happened, right? Guessing about what's going to happen in the future is just guessing. Onward, upward charge. Okie dokie, welcome home. 20 miles, 35 minutes, 231 watt hours per mile. Seriously? Whoops. 108 for the last 5 miles. Wow. Okay. That's pretty cool. Let's see, I had a brake on FSD off to move the car around the semi. He was pulling concrete bricks, although by the time we started moving up, the truck was up to speed. But whatever, it's just the way it is. There's someplace else where no, human driver turned on the left turn signal to switch lanes. FSD started to execute it, then settled back into the outside lane. Brake on FSD off, moved the car myself. You know, it's just the way it is. It seems so common nowadays to have to do that. I don't know. Other than that, oh, so this is interesting, okay? Coming down Loman Ford, coming up on Don Drive, where right lane must turn right. As we're going by the sign, FSD turns on the right turn signal and says, oh, I'm going to the right. And all of a sudden he turns off the turn signal and settles back into the inside lane. Makes you wonder if somebody had a little talk with FSD and got them straightened out a little bit. I don't know, I gotta wonder. But there that is. I guess the grade for today would be a B. I mean, I had some navigation issues getting to Walmart, but that's because I wanted to take a different way. if I let navigation do what he wanted to do, I'm sure there wouldn't have been any problem. Okay. Oh, and so coming up to my driveway, today's trash day, so my recycle bin's still in the driveway. In the past, it seems FSD doesn't like seeing anything there. You know, there are times when I think it would be helpful to show representation of what you think it is. But whatever. I get it's compute power. Don't really need it, I guess. So anyway, there it is. So for all you ice guys that I keep ignoring, yeah, I've been too busy with other stuff, I guess. All right, so the total distance of today's trip was 42 miles. Okay, think about that. How far can you go with 1 gallon? Now, how does that compare to 42 miles? Right away, that'll set your expectations. But for some of you, it won't compute just yet. All right, so I used 10 kilowatt hours. 10 kilowatt hours adds up to $1.10. So for today, let me just adjust it. We'll just say it's 1/3 of a gallon. What? Seriously? It's 1/3 of a gallon. Okay, fine. The peanut gallery over here says we should give you 4/10 of a gallon. Like it's going to make a big difference. I'm still laughing. Come on, man. You can't do it. And the watt hours per mile, 242 overall. So it's better than 4 miles per kilowatt hour today. There you go. I'll try to compute some stuff on Mr. Ford Fiesta and get that rolled in. Okay, the Ford Fiesta. I was curious. I guess they made it in Germany. It's discontinued or kind of discontinued. I'm not sure. It definitely is not continued in the United States of America. It could be in the European Union. You can get a new Fiesta. I don't know. Anyway, 27 miles per gallon adds up to 11 miles. Yeah, Bubba. 11 miles. Made it to QT over there in West Cedar Park. And can't get home because you're out of gas. All right. For safety rating, it has a 4-star. Interestingly enough, the message said, or the website said, there's no side impact. What? Then what they were trying to say was, well, it hadn't been done yet. Okay, no side impact. There was another impact that wasn't done or something like that. But if you know the Ford Fiesta, you know it's a relatively small car. So not really a surprise, but just, people make a big deal about, well, nobody's going to buy those cheap Chinese cars. Sorry, I said going to say Japanese, right? That shows how old I am. I was here for the Japanese invasion, so to speak. Okay, whatever. And yet, because the price is right, people will buy it. Okay? And the best way to survive an accident is don't get in an accident. Okay? That's always true. Onward, upward charge.